Hello everyone, my name is Mavernell, and I am here today to talk to you about the latest dev diary and also the announcement of Stellaris Utopia. They have finally given the new expansion a name. It's fantastic. We still have no release date, which is unfortunate. A lot of people are suspecting March, but whatever. I ain't gonna speculate. That's just what I've seen a lot of speculation of is March. Possibly March. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let's talk about the new dev diary that just went up. Megastructures. Turns out there's some accuracy to the Dyson sphere thought that came up. No Death Star, unfortunately, as we're about to see. But that's okay. Maybe we'll get super weapons at some point. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And basically, we get ring worlds and Dyson spheres. And a couple other things. So let's just jump into it. Have you ever looked at a Fallen Empire's ring world and thought, I want to build one of those? Well, apparently so have they. And in the Utopia expansion, you can do so. Megastructures will be massive multi-stage construction projects that require enormous investment and resources at time, but they offer spectacular payoffs. You can build the ring world, the Dyson sphere, the Sentry Array, and the Science Nexus. And in order to build them, you'll need to unlock a number of advanced technologies and pick the appropriate Ascension perk. So each one of these is going to take an Ascension perk, I assume, or oh no, there's two Ascension perks. So you have Galactic Wonders and Circle of Life here. I assume these are the only two related Ascension perks. So Circle of Life looks to be like Ring World specifically, and Galactic Wonders unlocks everything else. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure on that because they don't explain properly here. So you have to build a construction site for the project, and that takes a large amount of resources and several years to complete by itself. So this looks to be quite the investment, but apparently the rewards will be worth it. If nothing else, it'll be pretty freaking cool. Alright. And once you've built the construction site for a megastructure, you'll be able to upgrade it for the first construction stage for a megastructure. Ring World and Dyson Sphere, this is an initial frame that provides no benefit, while the Science Nexus and Sentry Array gets a partially completed structure that provides some of the benefit of the finished version. From here, you can upgrade the unfinished megastructure to the next stages by investing more time and resources. For Dyson Sphere, Science Nexus, and Sentry Array, you upgrade one stage at a time, with increasing benefit from each finished stage until you have the completed megastructure. The Ring World frame has 4 segments that can all be upgraded into finished Ring World sections simultaneously. Okay, but the way they phrase that makes me think that you have 4 segments that can be upgraded separately as well, if you want. But alright, so we got 4 megastructures. Ring World can only be built around a planet-rich star in your borders, and once finished, provides 4 maximum size 100% habitability planets. It will consume all planets in the system to be used as building materials. Cannot be built around black holes, pulsars, or neutron stars. Dyson Sphere can only be built around a star in your borders that provides a huge amount of energy each month, and with the amount increasing for each stage of the Dyson Sphere completed, once completed, Dyson Sphere will cool down the system, turning most planets into frozen worlds. Cannot be built around black holes, pulsars, or neutron stars. Seems reasonable enough. Science Nexus. So can be built around any non-inhabitable, non-moon, non-asteroid planet similar to habitats. The Sentry Array has the same requirements. So non-moon, non-asteroid, but also uninhabitable planet, and provides a huge amount of science each month, with the amount increasing for each stage of the Science Nexus completed. This is a sensor station, providing the Sentry Array is just a sensor station providing sensor range in a radius that grows each stage of the Sentry Array. Once it's finished, it will give complete sensor view of the entire galaxy, which, oh my god, that would be so valuable. Imagine You want to go to war with someone, but you don't know what kind of ships they have. And you're just like, oh, but I can just look at their ships. You just look at their ships. Suddenly you know everything. You're like, okay, here's how I counter them. Declare war on them. Wipe out their fleets, even if they have bigger fleets than you, because you just completely counter their fleets. Be amazing. All right. Next point. Building a megastructure is hardly a subtle affair, and once an empire starts construction on such a project, all other empires that have communications with them will be notified about the start, progression, and completion of such a project. As monumental undertakings involving the resources of a whole empire, these projects can also have unintended political and diplomatic consequences. Also, much like the ring worlds already in the game, you are not the first civilization to conceive of the idea of megastructures, and you may encounter ancient ruined megastructures while exploring. Alright. Next week is going to be the Psionic Transcendence and the Shroud. Nice. Interesting. Alright, so before I get into what I think about next week, these are pretty. Like, goddamn. Also, if we get to see ruined megastructures, can we repair ruined megastructures, perhaps? Wouldn't that be excellent? I think it'd be pretty excellent. Someone will mod it in. I think there's already a mod that allows repairing a megastructure. So maybe I'll look into that, and we'll have that on the Monday mod spotlight. But ooh, yeah, I'm super stoked. Dyson spheres, man, Dyson spheres. All right. At any rate, moving on. Next week is Psionic Transcendence and the Shroud. So we already got a tease of the Psionic Transcendence thing, which basically you're going to be able to communicate with a higher plane of beings. And I assume I don't know what the Shroud thing is. Maybe it's we're peering beyond the Shroud. When we hit that Psionic Transcendence, I'm not entirely sure. But apparently there are other races in this higher frame of being, so that'll be pretty interesting. Wonder if we're just gonna completely abandon the old galaxy and it's just gonna be a new game. I doubt it, but I imagine you just, like, your species has transcended, you win. Probably. But they probably have something cool going on. We'll see. At any rate, I think that's all I have to say this time around. Not a whole lot much else to say. Megastructures are cool. Psionic Transcendence sounds pretty dope. I'm hoping, hopefully it is as dope as I think it's gonna be. But we'll see next week. At any rate, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If not, thumbs down is right there. Comment, let me know what you think about this latest Dev Diary. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you want to continue to follow me, hear my thoughts on these things, and watch whatever else I do on this channel, hit that subscribe button. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time.